You're right, people. Chaos here with another episode of Tekkit Legends for you. As you can see in the background, I've been doing a bit of work, but I do apologise for the delay in the video. I've been having a couple issues with Fraps recently. That's the software I use at the moment to record the Minecraft series, and I wanted to play up, but I've done a bit of research and hopefully the videos are going to be coming out a bit of a higher quality now, because before they were coming out a bit dark, I noticed. I didn't know if some of you viewers did notice, but hopefully that's been rectified. So let's crack on, and as you can see, I got nice banners up. The animals are doing their fair share of work. Got some wool from the sheepies and all that glorious stuff, and hopefully the audio settings are correct now. Got some nice buttons, but got some picture stuff, and I've got some carpet down. This is what I'm thinking of my sigil colour for the reign of chaos in the Minecraft world. Haven't really done too much up here, but before I carry on, I've got some pictures here, brighten up the place. I did put in the description previous video, but I'll do it as well in this one and throughout in the future. I put a download link for this actual world, so if you'd like to join me, what I've done is my EMC stuff that it may not cross over if you open up my save. I put a load of diamonds in some storage over the far end, but I put some gear up in this top chest, so like my diamond equipment and so on and so forth, and like the armor that I'm wearing. So I digress. I've put some barrels up here with just some general materials that you get quite a few stacks of, so just sorted out like that. I've got quite a bit of EMC, and I've been, you know, going through all the different items. But as you can see in the top corner, I've been looking at backpacks. So without further ado, backpacks are really useful. When you got the miner's backpack, it should, now unless I'm mistaken, I believe the miner's backpack, there you go, there's two different ones. There's the standard miner's one, or then the bit more upgraded one where you need the actual carpenter's carpenter equipment to upgrade it. With a diamond you get a lot more storage. So let's start off with the lower one. Iron, wool, string, chest, click, done. Now unless I'm mistaken, when you actually go digging, as long as you got this on you, you right click, you got storage, it will pick up ores and ingots, so you got plenty of storage to keep you going. And finally, let's get the diggy one. So stone instead of iron, easy as that. So let's crack on. There you go, easy as that. So it's perfect because I've done a lot of mining recently, as you can clearly see, and I've set up for this episode. I've been smelting away with a lot of charcoal, some stuff, and I've been doing some work with the basement down here. Da-dum! I've made it a lot bigger. As you can see, the pathway out there, I got some different woods and worked through it, but this will make sense in a bit why I've dug in a bit. I've got an infinite water supply down here. I changed the floor, thought it would look a little bit better. I am going into industrial craft, so I've got a load of resources here. Hopefully it's enough to do what I'm hoping to do this episode. I warn you now, this episode may be a bit longer than the usual ones because there's quite a bit to cover to get you into it. So at industrial, now the lovely thing about this mod is quite an old mod, but a lot of people know of it, but it's really quite user friendly within a manner of speaking, but it opens up so many windows. So if you recall me saying before, I'm going to show you how to double your ingot output from your ores. But first things first, with industrial craft you need power. So there's geothermic generators, there's water mills, solar panels, windmills. I'll be going over those in future videos, potentially next video with the water, the solar and the wind. But first things first, we need a generator. So with industrial craft, when you actually make an item, the only thing that is a drawback, it isn't set up with equivalent exchange. Project E, their resources are, which is refined iron and rubber and copper, but not the actual products they make. So let's crack on with making the generator, which is an iron furnace, refined iron, which to make refined iron, all you got to do is smelt iron again. That's all you got to do, nice and easy. Okay, so where are we? There you go. Now you can do it that you make an iron furnace. Iron furnaces are more efficient than a normal stone furnace, which stone furnace 5 iron makes it, or 8 iron from the beginning, but it takes more iron in that route. Whereas if you do this route, it just comes out a little bit better, somewhat. So we'll first make a battery, but we first, pardon me, a little bit of wind, we need to make a copper cable. Copper and rubber. Rubber is just resin, sticky resin, in either an extruder, redwood in an extruder, which is one of these items here, but it's basically you just cook sticky resin. That's all you got to do. So that's why I've got quite a bit of sticky rubber down here. It does have an EMC value if you do want to use the Project E. So let's make a good couple cables, and then using the project table so we can obviously pull from the inventory. So energy flow, I'm gonna make 30 at the moment just to see me through. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Hopefully haven't used up all the copper, but we're gonna use these anyway. So generator, let's make a furnace nice and easy. One furnace out the way. And now let's make the RF battery, which is the copper cable with some tin ingots. They're interchangeable with redstone. Now is that going to work? Perfect. Now what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to pull out a little bit of this stuff here a minute, because we don't need it straight off the bat. That's for future stuff in a moment. Generator. Now the machine block is just 8 refined iron. Nice and easy. Let's make our generator. That one there. May not always work straight off the bat. There you go. Now we got some power. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a macerator. If I can, there you go, macerator. This is the equipment that you put the ore into, and it will produce 2 lots of dust. You then send off that dust to a furnace or an electrical furnace, which should be along here somewhere. I'm probably absolutely blind. I do apologise. Where are you? Come on. I'll find it in a moment. It'll be somewhere along here. I'll type it in a moment to obviously cook it. So what we need here is another machine block. Let's make that a minute. And yeah, iron furnace. There's the electrical furnace. Anyway, I digress. Now we've got cobblestone flint. This is an electrical circuit. This is where you use your copper cable, refined iron and redstone, and I'm going to make 2 of them at the moment because you might as well make 3. You always use them in a lot of the other products, so you might as products, objects, so you always might as well make a backlog of them. Where's the macerator? Now hopefully, there you go, 1 macerator. There you go, double trouble. Okay, we got that. Now let's make, where was it? Iron furnace. There you go. See, electrical circuit. let's make an iron furnace now, just for... Have we? Nope, we haven't got enough. I'm going to save on the iron at the moment by making an iron furnace a little bit slower way. There you go. Let's get rid of that. And hopefully, boing, easy as that. Now, what we can do is we can use the generator with the copper tubings. Anything that burns, like charcoal or coal, produces electricity, energy, and you use that to power your equipment. Now, you can plug it straight in that way, but it is wise to make a bat box, which basically a battery box. So let's make some batteries with some cable with some wood. Nice and easy. 2, 3. Because with the generator, it'll continuously keep burning. It will just burn. Even if you're not using your equipment, it will just keep burning your resources. Pardon me, unless they've updated it in a patch. But the thing is, your generator can only hold a finite amount of energy as well as your equipment. Whereas the battery box, obviously being a battery, holds a lot more. There you go. So, we're nearly done. All we got to do now is make some pipes to send all these items and resources automatically instead of us picking out the item and putting it across. So I do apologise if I'm going a little bit too quick, but in a moment I'll show the actual setup of the scheme. So let's find the pipes, which we'll just find it nice and easy. Get down in here. Now we want wooden transport pipes, because imagine wood sucks out the item, and then you can use cobblestone or stone to transport it. Now if you see here, cobblestone has high drag, stone has medium drag, and then quartz has low drag. At the moment, just for ease of what resource we got, I'm going to go for stone. Keep it nice and easy, but let's make a couple wooden ones. Just need 8. Easy as that. That's all you need. Because I'm just going to be pulling out 1, 2, 3 slots. And the stone one, I'm just going to make 1 stack of stone at the moment. I think that's all we would need. So, finally, I got some levers. May need some more in a minute. I'll make another one because we're going to be making a redstone engine, it's called, or a couple of them, to actually power these wooden transport pipes. You can't just put them on the actual item and pull a lever and they'll work. You need to actually physically power them, and there's numerous different engines you can use. Yep. But redstone, you literally just have to turn it on. That's all you got to do. Nice thing about Buildcraft is actually interlinked with Project E, so you just build the one. Sterling, you use cobblestone. Combustion engines, I'll be going over these in future episodes, but combustion engines you got to be very careful with because they can explode. And then these ones here, the electrical engines, I really do enjoy, but I digress. Redstone engine, this is when you get involved with gears. Nice and easy. So 1, 2, and a piston. 1 piston, and some wood planks and stuff. What I'm going to quickly do, I'm just going to make sure this table has got the actual piston. Oh, I am being so unprepared. I do apologise. Piston. Okay. So I'm going to quickly put this in here because what I want to do, I want a couple more engines. We need 3 of them, so I might as well do that. Make the most out of that EMC we've got. So let's see if this. I need to make some more wooden gears, so I need to make 4 more wooden gears. Quick maths, I do know. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hopefully we can make. There you go, nice and easy. Did we make enough of them? Ah, that was peculiar. Ah, didn't put the wood in there. Being a bit special today. And there was that one. So we're all set up. We just need our chest. We need the cobblestone, copper tubing. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fade out to when I set up the actual doubling system, and I'll explain how I've done it. I'll be back in 1 moment. Before I forget, when you place down one of these items, if you place it in the wrong place, don't pick it up with a pickaxe, because unless they've patched it, I don't think they have. If you go after it with a pickaxe, it will turn back into a machine block. You'll lose all the upgrades. Pardon me. So what you want to do is make a wrench. Now that's made out of bronze, as you see there. But bronze is really quite easy to make. Oh, nope, wrong recipe. Ah, there you go. All you got to do is 1 tin, 3 copper ingots, done. Easy as that. And then you just place them in a Y shape, and there's your wrench. Now there is a durability on it, so the more you use it, it will obviously go down in durability. But if you have got one of these talismans of repair, I believe it should repair it. So, see you in a bit. Alright people, took me about half hour to get this all up and running, but I'm pretty chuffed with myself. Let me get that charcoal. So I've put everything over here, but basically this is the layout. Okay, so it may be a bit like, what the hell's going on here, but I'll put it very, very simply. I've got my generator here. Underneath I got my copper cable going underneath and up into the bat box. Now if you see here, there's some beige colours depending on what texture pack you're using, but then there's one that's a different colour, which is green. That's the output. So if you right click with your wrench wherever you want the output, it will change it around. But if you right click again on that output, you'll then turn it into an object and pick it up. Okay, now I've got the copper cable. My brain's having a real bad day today. Copper cable going down underneath, and it's plugging into each of these devices. So the macerator first, and then going around and underneath and into the electric furnace. Now if you see there, I've got a lever that's on with a redstone engine underneath there. So let's put that limestone brick back. So I've got my chest up here, which I'll put all my ores in. Wooden transport pipe, stone going into the macerator. Then that goes in, powers it up, dust comes out there. You can upgrade it if you in the future. Then you've got a redstone with a wooden transport pipe that's going to pull it out into the stone and place it into the electric furnace. And then behind here you've got a wooden transport pipe going to pull it out with a stone transport pipe into this chest here, and that's why I've got a redstone engine underneath to pull it out so it's out the way. But the backpacks work. Here you go. I just tested it and it picked them all up, as well as the diggers one picked up all the diggable stuff. So let's quickly test with some gold and all these different ores. So let's put some nice gold, silver, iron, just a quick selection, and let's turn this one on. But I'll start powering it up with some charcoal. Now hopefully that should be, yes, it is powering up my bat box. So you see there is those 40,000 units, and it's powered up the macerator. So you see there, it's pumping it down. As soon as that's done, it will then go to the electric furnace. So fingers crossed. Give it one moment. There you go, 2 dust. And let's send that over to the electric furnace. And because this is all automated, I can just bundle a load of ores into this and let it work. Now there is a slight issue that I did not foresee. That basically an ingot that does not exist will go back in. So let's make a quick loop-de-loop. Oop, wrong button. Now if we do this, it should... This is just a very quick fix. Now if there is any overflow, let's just double check. It may not look brilliant, but it'll certainly do the job for the moment. If there is any overflow, yep, there you go. So it'll just be in a constant loop until all the gold's out and so on and so forth. And it looks as though, there you go, we are doubling our ingots. So you can just leave this going constantly, and that power supply there. So obviously we're going through a fossil fuel, a burnable fuel, to obviously store up in the bat box. So next episode I'm going to be showing you all how to find renewable resources such as solar, wind and water to keep you all going, so you don't have to keep burning your resources down the pipe. So as always, if you have enjoyed the video, smack that like button. But if you think, you know, you want me to set it up slightly differently, you've got a different idea of this setup here, say down below. You know, I'll be really interested to see what you think of it all. And as always, if you haven't already joined the Chaotic crew, smack that sub button down below. And you all take care now. Chaos out.